The former Duke and Duchess de Grenoble.
There they are.
The former Bishop of Arles.
What's this? You've got yours already.
These is empty, citizen. Wouldn't begrudge a man his fair share now, would you?
All right.
Right. Go. Get up.
The former Count de Beaulieu and family.
There they are.
I beg of you, monsieur.
Fear not, my son. If you will look at the passages that I have marked, your spirits will be uplifted.
It is not for myself I fear, father, but my wife and the boy. They have done nothing. They are innocent.
Innocent? Ha. Show me one aristo that is innocent and you can spit in my face.
Surely the child is too young to die.
Even so, he will live on, through the mercy of our Lord. Look here, my son.
Take them away. The former Marquis d'Eteret.
There he is.
We've come to help you. This way. Quickly.
Be brave, my darling.
Oh, there. Sergeant Bevo.
Yes, sir.
The Count de Beaulieu and his family have escaped from the Temple prison. We've just received word that the Scarlet Pimpernel is at large in the city. Could be he's going to try to smuggle them out of the country, possibly by way of this or one of the other gates. Be on the alert and keep your eyes open.
All right, lads. Search every cart that comes through. All right, let's see your papers.
Oh, everything in order, Sergeant.
Let me see inside those coffins.
What, open the coffins?
You heard me.
All right. Here. Do as it says. Best be warned, Sergeant, Madame la Guillotine's handiwork is not a pretty sight. See for yourself, if you got the stomach.
Take it back!
What's the matter, Sergeant? Lost your sense of humour?
Get out of here. Go on, clear out.
Oh, the other two are even prettier.
Just get out of here. Go on.
All right. Don't know what you're missing.
Get out.
Now.
Open the gates. Go on.
And who's your head? What are you laughing at?
My darling. Who is this man that risks so much for us?
That, sir, is the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Within the hour, this countryside will be swarming with soldiers. God willing, you'll reach the coast before they can catch up with you. You know the rendezvous?
Unchanged?
Unchanged. My ship will be waiting to take you to England. Now go quickly. Godspeed.
And what about you, Percy?
I'm back to Paris. But I shall see you shortly.
Right, sir. Come.
The Scarlet Pimpernel, by Sir Percy Blakeney, Baronet. They seek him here. They seek him there. Those Frenches seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven or is he in hell? That damned, elusive Pimpernel.
Oh, do tell us more about the Scarlet Pimpernel, Sir Percy. All Paris is talking about him.
Nothing more to tell, my dear Suzanne, except that he and his band of friends have sworn to save as many as they can from Madame la Guillotine.
At least tell us who he is.
Sink me, mademoiselle, if I knew that, I'd be the toast of London. What? That would seem to be the mystery.
What exactly is a Scarlet Pimpernel, Sir Percy?
Nothing more than a humble wayside flower. Rather common, in point of fact.
Still, what's in a name? Surely the deeds of the man speak for themselves.
I only wish there were more like him.
Odds fish, my dear, one is quite enough. Fellow's already made life damned inconvenient for the rest of us.
Inconvenient?
Why, yes, indeed, ma'am. Because of this Pimpernel chappie, your revolutionary guards suspect anyone who looks or even sounds remotely English. Sink me. This whole revolution of yours is monstrous, intolerable.
Please don't credit us with this madness. The revolution itself may have started as a noble enterprise. But this...
Yet we did bring it on ourselves, Papa. We, the French aristocracy, with all our arrogance and excesses.
I fear my daughter does our class an injustice. Most of us are decent men, quite innocent. It is only a few who are guilty of any serious offense.
Yet the innocent are being dragged down with the guilty. There is no reason given or needed. Our world is topsy-turvy, Sir Percy.
Then why do we look the other way and pretend that nothing is happening, while brave men like this Scarlet Pimpernel do our work for us? Only today, for example, our friends, the Count and Countess de Beaulieu, as well as their only son.
Oh, Henri, no. Not the Beaulieu.
Calm yourself, my dear. All three were spared at the last minute, thanks to the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, thank heaven. God bless the Scarlet Pimpernel, whoever he may be. Surely he must be an angel in disguise.
Amen.
Pull up over there.
My dear Marquis, considering the offences, don't you think that your methods are slightly harsh?
That revolutionary seduced my daughter, Baron de Batz. Drive on.
I say. Hey, look.
It would seem your friend is in distress. To the rescue. Yours, I believe.
My dear chap. A little cognac, I think.
I call upon you now, revenge my wrong. Your favors will be measured by your rage.
Marguerite, it's Armand. He's been hurt.
Hurt?
There's a man outside with a carriage who wants us to go with him. What can we do?
I must go to him at once.
What about the rest of the play?
Oh, my dear Louise, this is the chance every understudy dreams of.
No, I can't. I'm not ready.
You'll be superb. But not too superb, I trust. Quick now, into your costume. I must hurry to Armand.
Marguerite!
My poor Armand. What happened to you?
Two men out of the darkness. If it hadn't been for this gentleman.
My brother and I are indebted to you, monsieur. Monsieur?
Sir Percy Blakeney, mademoiselle. Although anyone would have done as much.
If you think that, monsieur, you do not know Paris well. Who were these men that attacked you, my darling?
They were sent by the Marquis de Saint-Cyr. I recognize his carriage. No doubt to teach me a lesson.
As God is my witness, one day I will repay the Marquis for this. Come, my darling, we must get you home to bed. Do you think you can?
Thank you. I'm quite all right now.
Rather a harsh lesson. I trust the offense warranted the punishment.
My brother is young and hot-blooded, monsieur. His heart too often leads his head. I fear he had the impudence to fall in love with Saint-Cyr's daughter.
His love, too, a crime in France these days.
Only if the lady is an aristocrat. And her father considers a simple bourgeois not fit to breathe the same air that they do. If you will excuse me, I must attend to my brother.
Wait! Will I not see you again?
My brother and I are having a small soiree at our home in the Rue de Richelieu on Sunday next. If you are free.
For such an invitation, mademoiselle, I shall make myself free.
Sunday next, then. Number 27.
Congratulations. Wonderful.
Oh, congratulations, my dear.
Your play's a great success, we hear. Sold out every night.
Isn't it amazing? I was sure no one would come.
Oh, what nonsense. All Paris adores you.
Oh, my dear, have you heard the news? News? Everybody's talking about it. There were over 20 executions in the Place de la Grève today.
23, to be precise.
Paul!
My dearest, I've only just been able to tear myself away.
You look so tired. Come, let's have some champagne.
Did you say there were 23 executions today, Chauvelin?
To be precise, and there will be more every day, until the committee has purged the Republic of the last corrupt aristocrat.
Not another speech, Chauvelin. This is what I have to listen to all day now, my dear.
All day?
I'm afraid so. This young idealist has just become my assistant, so he has no choice.
You must be Paul Chauvelin.
Chief agent for the Committee of National Security, at your service. Mademoiselle?
You have the honor of addressing Louise Langer of the National Theatre.
But of course. You're Marguerite's new understudy.
I gather you're responsible for the arrest and execution of all these undesirable aristocrats.
That is a small part of my duties, mademoiselle.
The other is making long, boring speeches at social functions like this.
Well, now you will have the opportunity to learn how to make boring speeches, too. Very well. Just for this once, I will overcome my usual patriotic zeal and confine myself to a simple toast to the Republic. The Republic. The Republic. Seems the Baron de Batz does not share our enthusiasm for the toast. Perhaps he is not a friend of the Republic.
Oh, on the contrary, my dear Chauvelin. I may be an Austrian by nationality and an aristocrat by birth, but I can assure you that I am a very good friend of the Republic.
I believe rather that the Baron is a friend of profit, willing to sell his allegiance to the highest bidder.
It would appear, mademoiselle, that my presence here this evening is giving you distress. I shall cause you no further embarrassment, and I shall bid you good evening.
This just shows how vigilant we must be. We have to root out the enemies in our midst. We never know where they might strike next.
But if blood has to be shed, no one, I promise you, regrets it more than I do.
The Dauphin is to be held prisoner in the temple. Saint-Cyr.
Ah, there you are.
How could you be so rude?
To de Batz.
He was a guest in my home.
An unworthy guest. The man is suspected of selling secret information to the Austrian government.
Then why haven't you arrested him?
Because, my dear, he also sells secret information about the Austrians to us.
You've executed men for less.
Revolutions are never bloodless. This brief reign of terror will purge the land of all corruption and take us to new heights.
Be careful where it takes you, Paul.
To a new order, to the day of glory.
And we will be part of it, Marguerite, you and I, just as we've always dreamed. And then I will make you my wife. And the future will be ours.
Sir Percy!
Lud, mademoiselle, you are even more beautiful than I recall. If that is possible.
Paul, this is the gentleman who rescued Armand. Paul Chauvelin, chief agent for the Committee of National Security. Sir Percy Blakeney.
It is a pleasure, monsieur. The pleasure, I can assure you, is all mine. Monsieur. I must apologize for my tardiness. 'Twas next to impossible finding a carriage. Sink me, if everyone isn't so equal in your new society that no one wants to do the drive-in anymore.
I take it, sir, that you do not approve of our new society.
Approval, sir, in my opinion, demands the attainment of perfection. And in that sense, you rather overrate the charm of your society. Faith, for one thing, it does seem monstrous ill-dressed for any society, even a new one. Sink me, your tailors have betrayed you.
Betrayed us? We pride ourselves on our French tailors.
Odds fish, my dear fellow. Such shoddy workmanship would not be tolerated in London for one tiny instant. Look you here, sir, at this limp cravat. I ask you. Or the sorry cut of this sleeve. No, no, no. Or the sad state of those cuffs. Sink me, I can hardly bring myself to look upon them. No, 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 sir. If this is the best your tailors can do, 'twould serve you better to send them to the guillotine.
We shall send our king instead, sir, and exalt our tailors.
More's the pity. Then your tailors will rule the land, and no one will make the clothes. So much for French fashion and French politics. What is it you Frenchies say? Touché? You see, I'm a bit of a poet, and you did not know it. What?
Well, this has been most amusing, Sir Percy. But if you'll excuse me, I have someone I must see inside. Marguerite, my dear.
You really mustn't tease Chauvelin so recklessly. He's very powerful in the government. Already he's Robespierre's most trusted agent.
The only power that I can see at present, mademoiselle, is the power of your beauty.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Sir Percy.
This beholder is enchanted. If I were to tell you that I adore you, would you have me do so stintingly?
Adore me?
Or would you have me declare it as I feel it, with all my heart?
But you can't be serious. You know nothing about me.
Exactly so. Which is why I yearn to know everything. You must tell me all about yourself, in every detail. But oh, so slowly, so very slowly, so that it takes a very, very long time.
I don't know whether you're mad or...
Desperately in love. It is all the same. Tell me if you can, that you do not feel it too.
Please. You move too fast.
My heart dictates the pace.
Good morning, Citizen Robespierre.
Thank you, Fonso. Chauvelin, this report informs me there may be an attempt to rescue members of the royal family, particularly the young Dauphin, heir to the throne.
I shall see to it that security is tightened at once, citizen.
And another thing. There is one enemy of the Republic in particular who continues to elude us, a man we consider more dangerous than all the others combined, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
With all due respect, citizen, the man has spared barely a handful from the guillotine, out of hundreds. Surely we overestimate his importance.
On the contrary, unchecked, his continued success could undermine the revolution itself.
Undermine the revolution?
By raising the hopes of those who are conspiring to overthrow the Republic and restore the monarchy. So you see, Chauvelin, while this meddlesome Englishman remains at large, he continues to be a menace.
Needless to say, the man who brings him to justice will earn the gratitude of the nation, not to mention a seat on the committee.
He must be stopped, Chauvelin.
I shall see to it at once, citizen.
How is our young friend Armand Saint-Just settling in?
A bit headstrong, perhaps. But I suspect he'll go far.
You can inform your people that the Dauphin is to be held prisoner in the temple. Saint-Cyr.
Sir Percy Blakeney, mademoiselle.
Please show him in, Annette.
Forgive me if I kept you waiting.
Your note did say 11.
I had a devil of a time finding a suitable basket.
A suitable basket?
I thought a picnic.
Percy!
Papers. Papers, if you please.
Sinkmare, surely you recognize the most beautiful actress in France.
A man would have to be blind not to recognize Mademoiselle Marguerite Saint-Just.
You there! Make way! Let this carriage pass!
Yes, indeed. Good. Many thanks.
Damn the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now he's made off with the Duc de Lyon.
He has proved most elusive, citizen. A man of many disguises, but I now believe that there is only one way to catch him.
How do you propose to find one Englishman among millions?
By simple deduction, Porter. This particular Englishman, citizen, manages to pass himself off as French. It follows, therefore, that he comes from that privileged class brought up by French governesses, tutored by French instructors, perhaps even educated at a French university. In a word, the man is undoubtedly an aristocrat.
That would explain his sympathies.
And narrow the field considerably. I believe that we shall find him at the center of social life in London, and that is where I propose we track him down.
He does have a point, Ponceau. While he is in France, the cunning fox is always on his guard. But in his own backyard, We shall have you appointed special envoy to the court of St. James as soon as possible. Ponceau will see to the details.
I am deeply honored, citizen. Would it not be advisable if I were to have the assistance of someone who is already known to the English? Someone whom they trust?
I suspect you already have someone in mind.
Might I suggest the man who served our recently deposed king as ambassador in London for so long?
I like your sense of irony, Chauvelin. By all means, the Count de Tournay would be an ideal choice. Send young Armand Saint-Just to bring him in.
You must not go, Henri.
I assure you, madam, Citizen Robespierre merely wishes to consult with your husband on a matter of state.
Robespierre? I'd sooner trust a snake.
You have known me all my life. I give you my word, no harm will come to him.
There. You see, Mamma? You have Armand's word of honor.
I shall be back in time for supper.
Death, rubbing my eyes of light, will give back to the sun its tarnished purity.
Percy? Percy?
My beloved, I have had to return to England urgently. Forgive me. I did not have time to kiss you farewell. Your own, Percy.
Spy? On my former associates and friends?
You still refuse?
Most emphatically. You must be mad.
Take him to the temple. Perhaps some time in prison will bring him to his senses.
Do you want to double your wager? Andrew!
Right! 100 guineas! You'll never beat him!
Well, hang on to my tail. If you can catch it.
Just you wait! I never thought you'd do it.
Percy's always been a good judge of horseflesh.
You're damned right. That's 100 guineas you owe me, old chap.
Hey, Percy!
There isn't an Englishman alive who wouldn't be proud to join the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
That may be, my friend. The greater the number, the greater the risk of betrayal. No, my friends. If we are to succeed, we must maintain our anonymity. Mask our identities. Even if it means suffering the mockery of others. Being taken for fools, fops, nitwits, even cowards.
That's the easy part. The hard part's not being able to boast about our exploits to the ladies.
Tony. What is it, my dear fellow? Well, come on, out with it.
Louis XVI has been executed.
The Queen?
Doomed to follow him to the guillotine.
What news of the young Dauphin?
The heir to the throne has been imprisoned in the temple. And there's more. Your friend, the Count de Tournay, has also been arrested and taken to the temple.
His family?
They're still safe by the last report.
And there's no time to lose. Andrew, I want you to set up a network of couriers. We leave for Paris at once.
Deliver
this to the captain of the Revolutionary Guard in the Place de la Grève.
Yes, sir.
Can't you see that I'm busy?
You have arrested a Count de Tournay.
I have. On the orders of Citizen Robespierre.
I gave my word of honor.
May I remind you that your first duty is to the Republic and not to the Count de Tournay and his family. You may go. And you. My dear Armand, such sentiments, especially on behalf of an aristocrat, could easily be misinterpreted.
You use me.
Yes, and as long as you are here to serve the committee, I shall continue to use you. Now, boy, deliver this to the captain of the Revolutionary Guard in charge of executions in the Place de la Grève.
Captain.
Must have more executions and proceed with greater dispatch. You can tell Citizen Chauvelin, if he thinks he can do better, he's quite welcome to come and try for himself. Might do him good to get some blood on those lily-white hands of his. Ah?
In the name of God, monsieur, save me. I swear I've done nothing. Nothing.
Save your breath, mademoiselle. He's one of them that sent you here.
May God have mercy on your soul, monsieur. You're surely damned for what you do.
What is it? What's the matter?
A dream. A hideous dream.
Was it the woman you saw executed?
No, it was Marguerite. It was she that led to the guillotine. It was her head that fell. Oh, God. Oh, what have I done? What have I done?
You can inform your people that the Dauphin is to be held prisoner in the temple, Saint-Cyr.
My darling.
Marguerite, my dearest.
Paul.
What is it, my dear? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
It's just you took me by surprise. What is that you're hiding behind your back?
I might ask you the same.
You have no right to pry into my personal affairs.
Even when those personal affairs smack of treason.
Treason? Surely you don't think I have anything to do with... Paul, I swear I happened upon this note only by chance.
Why didn't you come to me with it?
I didn't know what to do. I think I wanted to be sure that it was important enough before I did anything so drastic.
Drastic?
As report it to the committee.
My darling Marguerite, I'm not the committee. I'm the man who hopes one day to marry you.
But you are an agent of the committee. Wouldn't it be your duty to report?
My first duty, my dearest, is to you. I may not always find the way to show it, but I love you with all my heart. I give you my word, I will never betray your confidence.
Forgive me, Paul.
On the other hand, it is your duty to report this to me officially. And then, and only then, I'll take the appropriate action.
But that could mean Saint-Cyr's execution and possibly his family's as well.
He's a traitor. And can you think of a better way to repay him for having your brother beaten?
You can't honestly believe that I would send a man and his entire family to their death out of spite?
They're aristocrats, my dear.
I could never live with myself.
In that case, you may have one day to answer to the Republic.
Rather the Republic than my conscience.
You disappoint me. You've gone soft.
If by that you mean I'm not bloodthirsty enough for this revolution of yours, you're right.
It used to be your revolution as well.
Yes. But it has taken us in different directions. Perhaps my vision was never the same as yours. I see now what begins as a dream can end as a nightmare. Some causes can become warped and twisted like some men.
It's not difficult to guess the reason for this sudden change of heart. I suspect it's the aristocratic company you've been keeping of late.
Why, Paul, I do believe you're jealous.
Why should I not be?
Well, if it's any consolation, Sir Percy left for England a fortnight ago.
Oh, then you don't know
Know what?
that he's back.
In Paris?
You know, it amazes me how a woman of your taste and intelligence could tolerate such a fool. And now, if you'll excuse me. I have some duties to attend to.
Bonjour, Monsieur. I swear you've been taking lessons. The cravat's a picture.
Oh, out of my way! You idiot!
Percy! 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 I knew you would come back.
My darling. Well, I'm glad you're pleased to see me. More than we can say for your friend Chauvelin. Positively no sense of humor. Must be his dad.
Oh, please, don't be so flippant, Percy. Chauvelin is terribly jealous of us. He actually frightens me.
Frightens you, my dear? Nonsense. I want you to forget Chauvelin. Forget every man you've ever known. Except me.
How easy that would be. Sometimes you're so elusive. Are you an actor, too? Playing out some part in a strange charade?
I've told you before, my dear. The one thing you must never doubt is my sincerity.
I know behind that mask hides the true Percy Blakeney. That's the man I yearn to know.
And so you shall, my dear. All in good time.
How long is that?
Marry me, and you have the rest of your life to find out.
Never, never, never. And there is nothing you can do to me that will make me change my mind.
No, not to you, perhaps. But I wonder what would become of all your aristocratic principles if your family were languishing in here as well.
You wouldn't dare.
You'll have until tomorrow to reconsider.
I intend to warn the de Tournay family and help them flee if necessary.
Now look here, my dear fellow. I did not save your neck from those thugs of Sanciers, merely to see you lose your head at the guillotine. What?
My mind is quite made up, Percy. I will warn the de Tournays there's no use trying to stop me.
I have no intention of stopping you. Do you suppose that you could get into the Temple prison and see the Count tonight?
Well, I think so. But to what purpose?
I have a plan.
Oh, you have a plan? You, who are practically incapable of any thought entering into your head that is not trivial. Oh, really, Percy, this is serious.
So am I. Deadly serious. We must rescue the de Tournay family without risking you. You can be far more valuable to us if you keep in with Chauvelin and continue to work with the committee.
Useful to us? What on earth are you talking about?
You must swear, by all you hold sacred, that what you are about to hear you will not repeat to anyone.
Really, Percy?
Not even Marguerite.
You must be quite mad.
Do you swear?
Very well.
Do you recognize that seal?
It looks like a flower of some sort.
Correct. It is a Scarlet Pimpernel.
See that you've come to your senses. You left me a little choice. Well, that was the general idea. You will leave for London at once, under guard, of course. Once there, you will reside at our French embassy so that you can introduce me into English society. And my family? They are to remain in Paris. So my family are not to be imprisoned. They are to be held hostage. That is the general idea. Take good care of our friend.
It's her mother. Always is, isn't it? The mother, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see your papers.
Here. He thinks I'm an aristocrat.
Casks of wine here, have we? Right. I'll have a look at those.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, me best motto. No, don't hurt him, Sergeant. Don't hurt him. It's only me grandson. Here. Come here, Sergeant. Here. A word in your ear, Sergeant. Poor lad. Oh, he's got the plague.
Oh, yes. Plague.
I told you. I tried to warn you.
Get him away from here. You take him away from here.
All right.
Here, take your papers.
Oh, right you are, Sergeant. Right you are.
Open the gate! Papers? Know your papers?
Sergeant, an old woman will pass this way with a cart. You are to arrest her at once.
Old woman, sir? She passed this way 5 minutes ago.
And you let her go? That was the Scarlet Pimpernel. Open the gates!
Everything go as planned.
Like clockwork, Percy.
Good. Well, best be on your way. It'll be dark soon. More than a night's ride to the coast.
Mademoiselle. This way, Countess.
Words cannot express our gratitude, monsieur.
It is the Scarlet Pimpernel, not I, who deserves your thanks, Countess.
I was certain that you were the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I would never presume to fill those shoes. I lack sufficient courage.
I have yet to meet a more courageous cavalier. Or a more handsome one.
Suzanne?
It's dangerous. We must hurry.
Thank you, monsieur.
must be very much like your mother.
Oh, I'm an ugly duckling by comparison. They say she was the most beautiful bride in Paris.
Perhaps it is understandable, after all, that the brightest, the most radiant of women should marry an utter fool. When one recalls that he is also said to be the richest man in England.
I think you'd better leave. As you can see, I am quite busy.
I came to find out what you have decided to do about the Marquis de Saint-Cyr.
That's my affair, not yours.
No, it is my affair. As chief agent for the Committee of National Security, I want to know if you intend to do your duty as a citizen and report him.
And if I say no?
Then I am prepared to do it for you.
You gave me your word.
Marguerite, you force my hand.
You have betrayed my confidence.
It appears that we have both misjudged one another.
Visitors?
He needs his rest, poor little Mike. Can't you leave him be?
Shut up, wife.
Here he is, Baron. King Louis's little brat, in the flesh. What's the matter? Your aristocratic sensibilities offended?
Are they treating you well, Your Royal Highness?
Well enough.
Get him up, Duval. Walk him around.
No, that won't be necessary. I've seen all I wish to see, thank you. My dear Marquis, there are guards all over the place. Positioned here, 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 here. And this apartment here houses the couple who are looking after the Dauphin. So you see, it would be humanly impossible to get the young boy out of the place.
In the name of the Republic, open up! Open in the name of the Republic! Arrest them both.
What is the meaning of this?
I have an order for the arrest of the Marquis de Saint-Cyr.
One moment, Captain. One moment. I think you'd better have a look at this.
A certificate of immunity. You are the Baron de Batz.
Precisely. Signed, as you can see, by Citizen Fouquet himself.
Release the Baron.
I demand to know the charge.
Treason.
Treason? Who accuses me of treason? I will have his name.
See for yourself. It's written on the warrant.
Marguerite Saint-Just. But I hardly know the woman.
I will.
I will.
I, Percy, take thee, Marguerite, to my wedded wife.
I, Marguerite, take thee, Percy, to my wedded husband.
With this ring I thee wed. This gold and silver I thee give. With my body I thee worship. And with all my worldly goods I thee endow. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
We're off to London in the morning. Isn't it wonderful? Our Mont follows in a few days.
A few days? So soon?
Well, naturally. Chauvelin is anxious to assume his new post as special envoy.
Look out, Attorney. Tell me if you can that I'm not the most fortunate man alive.
How they buzz round her, like bees to honey.
Poor Louise. It seems we're all deserting you for England.
Well, I have asked her to come along and be my wife.
And give up a perfectly marvelous career? Don't you dare, my dear. He's not worth it.
What are you going to do about Citizen Robespierre's demand for action? The de Tourneys are lost to us.
I think I may have found an excellent replacement for the Count de Tournay. Perhaps even an improvement.
In Marguerite Saint-Just?
In the wife of Sir Percy Blakeney, Baronet. Every door in London will be open to her. Every confidence shared, every secret known. She isn't aware of it yet, Ponceau, but Lady Blakeney is going to lead me to our elusive friend, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I've never seen her looking happy.
As well she might. On the same day she marries the man she loves, has her revenge on the man she hates.
The man she hates, Baron?
The Marquis de Saint-Cyr, for what he did to her brother.
And what manner of revenge might she have had on the Marquis?
Having him arrested for treason, of course.
What leads you to believe that my wife was involved in this?
Oh, come, Sir Percy. You need have no pretenses with me. I saw the warrant for his arrest with my own eyes.
I don't believe it.
And your wife's name was on it. Of which you need have no fear on my account. After all, I am a man of extreme discretion.
Percy, don't believe. The man may go to the guillotine for this.
My dear Sir Percy, have you not heard? The Marquis de Saint-Cyr and his entire family were beheaded this very morning.
All of them? The children as well?
Well, yes. Sir Percy, I naturally assumed that you knew about this. I thought that... Excuse me.
I'm truly sorry. She must never know that I suspect any of this. We are about to embark upon the most dangerous mission yet. To save the heir of the throne of France. From this moment on, she must never be trusted. We cannot risk betrayal. I only pray to God that I can conceal from her
feel at what she has done.
There's a good boy. Now, you take your medicine, say your prayers for the nice gentleman, then you can go back to bed.
What manner of medicine are you giving him?
Never fear, citizen. It's good, strong cognac.
Take it, boy. You know, it makes Papa Duval very angry if you don't finish every drop.
That is more like it. Now, these gentlemen would like to hear you say your catechism. Your name?
Louis Charles Capet.
Let's hear it.
Louis Charles Capet.
Your age?
8.
Your nationality?
Citizen of the Republic of France.
Your father's name?
Louis Capet.
His profession?
Former king, tyrant and debaucher.
How did he perish?
By the will of the people.
Who was your mother?
Marie Antoinette of Austria.
Her profession?
Former queen and whore.
How did she perish?
By the will of the people.
And what do you say to their memories?
I spit upon their graves.
Again?
I spit upon their graves.
Again?
I
That will
spit.
do. However, I still detect a trace of defiance in those royal eyes. Keep at it, Fouquet. He must be all ours.
Sink me. What is the time? We should be monstrous late for His Highness's garden party.
I'm afraid I can't join you, Percy. I must get back to the embassy. Chauvelin is expecting me.
What news of the courier?
None.
Odd. You made inquiries.
It's too difficult. Chauvelin is becoming suspicious of everyone at the embassy, including me.
You have performed an invaluable service to us these past few months, Armand. Without you, we would not have had any idea as to the boy's fate.
When I think of what they're doing to that child, why? What do they hope to gain by it?
To render him useless to anyone who might try and rescue him. The time is running out. We must act soon, or they will succeed.
Have you a plan?
We wait only for the first news of any change in the boy's routine. That will be our signal to move. And move we must, swiftly and surely. That is why these communiques from Paris are so crucial. The next may be our signal. Ah, my dear, shall we?
Marquess of Redmore. The Duke of Alderney and his daughters, Lady Brecknock and Lady Darlington. Sir Percival and Lady Blakeney.
They say she only married him for his money.
No woman of title would have the idiotic fop. Still, they seem quite a happy couple.
Looks can be deceiving, my dear.
Percy, fashionably late as usual.
Sink me, Your Highness. 'Twas this damnable cravat. Simply refused to tie. I ask you, look at the thing. Sticking out like a pincushion.
I might have known it to be something serious.
My husband is being noble, Your Highness. I fear I am the one to blame.
Well, in that case, all is forgiven. Tell me, how fares our lovely fugitive from France?
Fugitive, Your Highness? Say rather captive.
Surely you're not kept here by force, madam.
Why, yes, indeed. By the force of my abiding love for my husband, and by Your Highness's good favor and generosity.
Gad, Percy, but I envy you. You'll have to keep an eye on her. Otherwise, I might exercise my droit de seigneur and steal her away.
Marguerite, Percy, you'll never guess. Andrew has asked me to marry him, and Papa has given his consent.
Sink me if you didn't go and do it. Congratulations, old chap.
Oh, Suzanne, I'm so happy for you.
Suzanne, I forbid you to have anything to do with that woman.
Mama, what are you saying?
She has blood on her hands. We have just learned that she denounced the Marquis de Saint-Cyr and sent him and his entire family to the guillotine.
My dear Countess, you really mustn't.
Can you deny that, Lady Blakeney?
I refuse to confirm or deny such accusations. This is no trial, and you are no judge.
True, madam. God will be your judge.
Will you say nothing, sir?
Faith, madam. What is there to say?
Will you not even defend your wife's honor?
Odds fish, my dear. Would you have me challenge the poor Countess to a duel? What?
Come, Countess, the music is about to start. Please.
So, my dear, it would seem you finally found a way to repay Saint-Cyr. After all.
Can you really believe that?
Can I believe otherwise?
Oh, Suzanne. What can I do? I've lost my husband's love, and I don't know why. But Percy worships the ground you walk on. Once, perhaps, Paris. Now he plays the fool in private as well as in public. Almost as if to torment me. There are times when I sense that he still loves me. Moments when I catch it in his eyes. A look, a glance. What have I done to deserve his disdain?
night, my dear. Pleasant dreams.
Stay with me tonight.
Clark, madam. Far too fatigued. Besides, I have a very early appointment in London tomorrow. I'd only disturb you.
Your tailors, no doubt.
Bootmakers, to be precise. These pitch something monstrous, and I don't much care for the buckle.
Oh, Percy. What has become of you? Where is the man I married?
Oh, it's Fish, my dear. You're looking at him.
No, what I see before me is a facade. The shell of a man I once knew. This is some absurd role you're playing. I don't know why. But I'm sure it is. Perhaps to keep the world at a distance. Only now you're shutting me out as well. You once promised me that I should come to know the man behind the mask. In time. I know him less now than I did then.
Well, perhaps there's no more to know.
I can't believe that. I refuse to believe it. The man I fell in love with still exists somewhere. I shall never stop loving him. Never.
Good night, my dear. For Sir Andrew, Chivers.
Very good, sir.
And for the courier, when he arrives.
Yes.
These were all the papers in the courier's pouch?
Yes, citizen.
So, my young assistant is in league with the Scarlet Pimpernel, is it? You did well to intercept the courier. Send for Armand Saint-Just.
I fear for you in Paris. Oh, Percy, do persuade him to give up his post and stay here. He could send for Louise. They could get married and live here in England.
What a dreadful prospect. What has poor Armand done to be condemned to matrimony?
Really, Percy, must you go on tormenting her like this? Are you never going to give her a chance to explain herself?
Consider Armand. If it is true that she betrayed Saint-Cyr, she's capable of almost any treachery, even spying for Chauvelin.
You must ask her. What proof have you in any of this? Not once in all the time she's been in England has she even attempted to contact Chauvelin.
I dare not risk it. Nothing. No one is more important than the rescue of the Dauphin at this moment. Not even Marguerite.
It grieves me to see her so unhappy. To know that you have ceased to love her.
Ceased? I shall love her till the day I die. That is the tragedy. But come, I shall ride with you to Dover. There's much to talk about. Why is Chauvelin sending you to Paris now? I don't like it. However, Perhaps with you in Paris, we can create the incident that we need to make our move.
Well, this is indeed a surprise.
Not too unpleasant, I trust.
I haven't seen you since you came to London. What brings you here now?
It's a good likeness, especially the eyes. He's caught the flash and fire of the eyes. Although, he's missed the sadness.
Sadness?
Apparently, the artist has not perceived what all of London has already guessed.
And what might that be?
That the lady is unhappy in her marriage.
A man in your position should not listen to gossip.
Look at me and tell me that your husband is man enough to make you happy.
Have you come here to be impertinent?
If the truth is impertinence, you're a woman of great passion. You deserve a man who can satisfy your desires.
And are you suggesting that you are such a man?
I was good enough for you once.
Never quite good enough. Now kindly state your business. Or was it your business to seduce the wife of Sir Percy Blakeney?
In truth, I came to enlist your aid. To help me learn the true identity of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
The Scarlet Pimpernel? Well, you astonish me. Where in the world would I learn of such a thing?
You are the pivot of social London. You go everywhere. You see everything. And hear everything.
Easy, my friend. Are you asking me to spy for you?
No. For France.
What you propose is deplorable. Whoever the man may be, he is brave, noble, and compassionate.
You refuse, then?
Did you really believe that I would help you? After you maliciously implicated me in the deaths of the Marquis de Saint-Cyr and his family, I would rather go to your beloved guillotine.
Would you have your brother go in your place?
Armand, what a joke.
He is in league with the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Well, that's preposterous.
I have here irrefutable proof, and I will use it. Unless you do your duty and cooperate.
This is blackmail.
Call it what you will, I will have the Scarlet Pimpernel's head or your brother's. Consider carefully. I expect your decision this evening at the Lord Grenville's ball. In the meantime, I advise you to keep silent.
Say nothing of this to anyone. Not even to that fool you call your husband.
Forgive me if I startled you, my dear.
I must have been daydreaming.
How lovely you look.
How long it has been since you've noticed me at all.
A lot, madam. I'd have to be blind not to notice. In that gown, you'll be the belle of the ball. But tell me,
was it you were dreaming about when I came in just now?
Percy, you've known Sir Andrew for a long time, haven't you?
We were at school together, my dear. Why do you ask?
I was just wondering if he might not be the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Andrew? Scarlet Pimpernel? Most unlikely, my dear. But tell me, why the sudden interest in the identity of the Scarlet Pimpernel?
Oh, I have no more interest than any other woman in London.
I'll wager your friend Chauvelin would give a great deal to know. In faith, I suspect that's the reason he came to England. I'm surprised he hasn't confided as much to you, my dear.
To me? I haven't laid eyes on the man since he arrived. Although I'm sure you're right.
Well, if anyone's going to catch the Scarlet Pimpernel, it will not be Chauvelin.
And why's that?
Why? Odds fish, my dear. The man can't even tie his own cravat.
Really, Percy, is that all you can think about? Why aren't you the kind of man a woman can look up to? Turn to in trouble.
Trouble, my dear? Are you in trouble?
And if I were?
Well, you might try confiding in me. As once you used to.
What's the use? We don't even speak the same language anymore.
Pardon, my dear. The career?
Murdered.
Come with me, Chivers.
Yes, sir.
There can be no doubt that Monsieur Chauvelin knows about Armand. He must be warned. I want you to take this note to Lord Dewhurst. At once. Tell him to give it to Sir Andrew at the ball, and then destroy it.
His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Sir Percival Blakeney and Lady Blakeney.
Your Royal Highness.
Lady Grenville. Of course, you know Sir Percy and Lady Blakeney, Lord and Lady Grenville.
My daughters, Elizabeth and Arabella.
Charming. Really. Quite charming. Oh, continue. Please continue.
Ah, the two lovebirds at last. Countess, here, you must have some champagne.
Isn't it exciting?
Andrew, here.
Young men look so handsome.
I shall expect you to dance every dance with me.
I must reserve at least one dance for him.
Thank you.
ladies.
Sink me, I'm far too embarrassed. Well, if you insist. The Scarlet Pimpernel, by Sir Percy Blakeney, Baronet. No, that's just the title. They seek him here. They seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Or is he in hell? That damned, elusive Pimpernel.
Oh, but this is commendable, Percy. It really is most commendable. I don't know how you did it.
Well, the pretty thing rhymes in 4 places, don't you see? And if a rhyme rhymes, it makes a poem. If you follow me.
As it were, crystal clear. My dear.
May it please your Royal Highness, your Graces, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, pray take your places for the minuet.
It must have been so terrible for you.
Lady Blakeney, would you do me the honor? With your permission.
Forget, Monsieur Chauvelin, the jig is mine. The French are such superb dancers.
Have you made your decision?
You leave me little choice. What do you want me to do?
Your friend Sir Andrew Ffoulkes has a note tucked in his sleeve. Find out what it says.
But how?
I leave that to your ingenuity as a consummate actress.
You know, you really should be dancing with her yourself, my dear fellow.
You'll forgive me, sir, but I do find the minuet rather tedious.
In that case, what about that game of hazard you promised me?
Splendid. But I must warn you, sir, I do feel devilish lucky tonight.
Oh. Damnation.
Pray take your places for the Allemande.
You mustn't monopolize him, Suzanne. Otherwise, everyone will think you're afraid he'll stray. Come along, Andrew.
Are you all right? Marguerite?
I think it's just the heat. Oh. Thank you, Andrew. I don't know what came over me.
Perhaps I ought to fetch Percy.
No, don't leave me. I only need to close my eyes for a moment or two. clever of you. Almost as good as a burnt feather for giddiness. There. I almost feel better already. Oh, dear.
Oh, let me do it. There's no harm done.
One moment more, and I might have known the lady's name.
Lady?
Or a duchess, perhaps? For shame, Andrew. Entertaining love notes from secret admirers. Behind Suzanne's back. What will she say? There was only a fragment left by the time I got to it.
Could you make anything out?
It said, leave for France tonight. Meet me in the library at midnight for your instructions.
And the signature, how was it signed?
It was not signed. It was only the symbol of a small flower.
The Scarlet Pimpernel. In the library at midnight. You've done well, my dear. Very well indeed. Remarkable how we complement each other. But then we always did.
So this is where you're hiding. You promised me the next jig, you naughty boy. Forgive me, my dear. I shall return him shortly.
Who's that?
Do not turn around. You must not turn around.
The Scarlet Pimpernel.
How did you know I was here?
I tricked Sir Andrew and read your note.
Why did you come?
To warn you. Chauvelin knows that you'll be in this room at midnight.
You told him.
I had to. To save my brother. He threatened to have Armand arrested unless I helped him to discover your identity.
Why are you doing this now?
Because I could never live with myself knowing that I was responsible for your death.
What is one more life to you? You already have the Marquis de Saint-Cyr and his family to your credit.
That's not true. Chauvelin deceived me. Because I spurned him for another. He maliciously put my name on the arrest warrant as informer. I could never have sent the Marquis and his family to their deaths. Any more than I can now let you die because of me.
If this is true, you are a very brave woman for coming here.
I'm a fool. If Chauvelin finds out, it could cost my brother's life.
No harm will ever come to your brother. As long as I live.
Can I believe that?
I give you my word.
I don't even know who you are. Won't you tell me?
A phantom. My lady. Nothing more than a phantom.
No. You're very real to me. As real as life itself. How strangely close you feel to me. You're so near. I can feel your warmth. Touch me.
Must not find you here. Quickly. The window.
But what if you...
Percy! What happened? What was Chauvelin after?
He was looking for the Scarlet Pimpernel. I pray he found a fool. But now we must take greater care than ever. Tony, we sail for France tonight.
Right.
Armand's life is in danger.
And what about the rest of us?
I shall send word the moment it is safe for you to join us. My yacht is anchored at Dover, and we must sail with the tide.
What shall I tell Marguerite?
Tell her I love her. More than ever.
Paul, you're leaving. Does that mean you're satisfied?
I could not be more delighted, my dear. I sail tomorrow for France, where I shall finish the Scarlet Pimpernel once and for all.
Then you found out what you wanted to know.
Everything. Oh, by the way, my dear, I found this in the library. Oh, careless of you to have dropped it.
Paul, what about our bargain?
Oh, you'll have your brother back alive. Only when I have caught the Scarlet Pimpernel. Here or in France. Think twice before you interfere again.
Shivers, where's Sir Percy? I must speak to him at once.
He's gone, my lady.
Gone? Where to?
There's a note for you in the library.
The North Country in the middle of the night? How bizarre. The Scarlet Pimpernel. Percy. Oh, God.
God, what have I done?
She mollycoddles the boy. A pillow for his royal head. Shoes for his royal feet. Next she'll be turning over the crowd, the little brat.
What can you expect from a woman, Citizen Saint-Just? It's as soft as a head. But I can assure you, Madame Duval is as trustworthy as her husband.
Trustworthy? Huh. I'm not so sure either is trustworthy. I hear the man is in debt, and that makes him ripe for bribery.
Bribery?
Well, those bent on rescuing the boy would be willing to pay handsomely.
Duval and his wife will be replaced as soon as possible.
Very wise.
But death, robbing my eyes of light, will give back to the sun its untarnished purity.
A word, my friend.
Will it wait? Mademoiselle Langer.
I have received information that Chauvelin has sent a secret communique from London concerning you.
Concerning me?
Chauvelin knows that you are in league with the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I? In league with the Scarlet Pimpernel? Oh, really, Baron? Someone has been teasing you.
Ah, you're playing a very dangerous game, Monsieur Armand Saint-Just. Now, why not tell your Scarlet Pimpernel to leave the rescue of the Dauphin to the French royalists? After all, they have a far more legitimate claim to him than the English have.
If I knew the identity of the Scarlet Pimpernel, and I do not, he would laugh in my face. You must know you want the boy for yourself.
Aye.
So that you can collect the gold that awaits you in Vienna when you deliver the heir to the French throne to your Austrian friends. Hmm?
And did the Scarlet Pimpernel tell you that?
Of course not. He's not here in Paris. Thank you for your word of warning, Baron. And now, if you'll excuse me, I don't like to keep Mademoiselle Langer waiting.
Open in the name of the Republic.
Very idea. Disturbing decent citizens with all that noise.
Where is Mademoiselle Langer?
Where else would she be at this ungodly hour? In her boudoir.
Why, it's Alphonse Poinsot.
Forgive me, my dear, but he insisted.
Oh, that's quite all right, Aunt Lulu. Monsieur Poinsot and I are old friends. It's a trifle early for a social call, monsieur.
This is not a social call, mademoiselle. I am here to arrest the man in your boudoir.
Oh, there must be some mistake. Arrest? Citizen Saint-Just?
The warrant was signed by Citizen Chauvelin himself when he returned from London this very morning.
He means to arrest his own superior? A man as important as Citizen Robespierre?
Superior?
You did say you were here to arrest Louis Saint-Just.
Louis Saint-Just. I am to arrest Armand Saint-Just. See here.
Oh, that explains it. The gentleman in my boudoir is not Armand Saint-Just, but Louis, his distinguished cousin.
Do you mean to say in that room at this moment sleeps one of the most powerful men in France?
Well, unless all the fuss has disturbed him, shall I go and see?
No. Why disturb the good citizen if he is asleep? I'll just leave quietly. No need even to mention this little incident. Such a busy man. So many important things on his mind. Why, if you please, just forget I was here. A silly misunderstanding, that's all. Come along, you idiots.
Genius.
When he realizes his mistake, he'll be back. He must leave Paris immediately.
Not without you. You're coming with me to England. Be ready at midday tomorrow, and I'll return to fetch you then.
It's too dangerous. They'll be watching the house. Meet me at the theatre. Now go! No, not that way. They'll be watching the house. Go to the roof.
Till midday.
Percy, Louis Saint-Just is as celibate as a monk. I doubt whether he's slept with his own wife in 10 years. She's taking you for the fool you are.
I shall return at once and make the arrest.
Oh, he's long gone by now.
But don't you
I'll
think...
handle this myself.
But it would be much...
Also,
but I really
get out. Go to the residence of Mademoiselle Lange. Inform me the minute Armand Saint-Just shows his face. Armand Saint-Just.
Duval, the Dauphin's jailer, and his wife will be replaced tomorrow. So, at long last, we can make our move. Thanks to you, my dear Armand. Now listen carefully. The boy will be brought to the rendezvous point outside Paris, here, where Armand will be waiting, precisely at midday. The timing is crucial. One slip, and we could have half the revolutionary force of France on our heels. From there, he will be taken to the transfer point, where Tony will be waiting with the horses. Tony takes him on to Mont Saint-Pierre, whilst you ride on to Calais. You bring the yacht to the rendezvous point here, where you wait, only until the boy is safely on board, and then on the first available tide, sail for England, where you, my dear Armand, must stay. It is no longer safe for you in Paris.
Well, is it safe for any of us?
You took an oath of unquestioning obedience when you joined us.
But I gave my word to Louise.
It is your work to the League that concerns me now.
Percy, let me go back and bring her to England.
Out of the question.
How can you be so unfeeling? You don't even know the meaning of love.
You must learn to trust me, my friend. Do not trouble your head with thoughts of Louise. I will see that she is safe.
Will you bring her back to England?
I give you my word. Now, get some rest. By the way, you were wrong about my not knowing the meaning of love. Quite wrong.
I should never have allowed you to come along. It's far too dangerous.
I would gladly face any danger to save Percy. I love him more than life itself. I know that now.
I can only pray that I'm doing the right thing.
Had you hesitated, he would surely have gone to the guillotine.
Look! Calais. We'll land by nightfall.
Aren't you going to stop him?
No.
belonged to my grandmother.
Citizen Saron, to you, eh?
This way.
Well, welcome to the brat. Let's see how long the next man lasts. Come on, let's get out of here.
What about the rest of our furniture?
The lucky you'll manage. You're giving him the gate pass and the address.
Yeah, I know. Road it back, St. Cloud.
No,
yeah.
You make sure you get there before dark.
All right.
Hey! Up! As soon as a lackey has the apartment cleared, you and your wife can move your things in, Citizen Hulot.
Well, make way then. Make way. Madame Duval's precious china, this is, yeah. Get up then.
These will be your quarters. And in here, you'll find the brat. I warn you, he's a handful.
You leave him to me and my missus. He'll toe the line, he will.
Papers. This pass is signed by Citizen Fouquet. The governor of the Temple prison.
The very same, Sergeant. The very same.
Right. Pass. Gates! You had specific instructions to inform me if there was to be any change in the jailers.
Oh, my word, citizen. He was sleeping like a babe the last time I looked in. Just as he is now. Look for yourself.
What prompted you to make this sudden change?
Well, when I received your warning about Duval.
I gave no warning. C'est injuste. Open that door.
But I said open it!
Would you like to see some magic? Huh? All right then. Watch this.
Let that be a lesson to you, sir. Never take anyone for granted.
Guy! Clear the way!
Down on the floor, sir. Like we're in for a run. Get up.
can't have gone far. They must have crossed the river. Search the other side.
Good God, man, hold your fire. Percy, I've had my fair share for one day. You must take the boy on to Mont Saint-Pierre. Find some way to notify the captain of my ship that the plans have changed. Meanwhile, I'll return to Paris.
My dear chap, you can't possibly...
Armand didn't arrive. He must be in trouble. I cannot desert him now.
Right, Percy.
And up. Godspeed, Your Highness.
What do you want?
A gentleman asked me to give you this.
Tell him it is safe to come in.
She says it's safe. Thank you.
Quickly, monsieur, come with me. In there.
Mademoiselle Langer.
Please forgive him, Sir Percy.
No matter. I, too, understand the strength of love.
Good day, Sir Percy. I realized that your noblesse oblige would not permit you to abandon one of your men.
I'm sorry, Percy.
Sink me, if you aren't right, for a change. But then, two no-account fellows like us, in exchange for one royal prince, would seem to be a fair exchange, don't you think? Amazing how a mere lad can slip through your fingers so easily. I'll wager there'll be the devil to pay when your Committee of National Security discovers that he left the country.
Oh, has he left the country? My understanding was that there was some problem in getting away.
No. It is done like this. Now's your chance.
No, leave him! This is the prize I'm after.
Very foolish, Sir Percy. Gazza. Noblesse oblige.
Lady Blakeney, what a delightful surprise.
I seriously doubt that.
I had heard, unofficially, of course, that you were in Paris. Please, won't you take a seat?
I shall make this brief. I'm here on behalf of my husband. This is a petition of clemency signed by the Prince of Wales. Now, unless you wish me to take it to Robespierre himself, I demand that you let me see my husband at once.
There's no need for all that. You had but to ask.
You have a visitor.
Marguerite.
Alone, as you promised.
2 minutes. Remember my conditions.
My darling, can you ever forgive me for doubting you?
Oh, it is I who must beg your forgiveness. Chauvelin says that he will release you if you tell him the Dauphin's whereabouts. If not... Oh, Percy, I couldn't bear to lose you now.
You knew that your tears would be the worst possible torture.
Tell them. Tell them what they want to know.
My darling, I cannot. You must not ask me.
Then we must find a way to get you out of this dreadful place.
There may be a way. Now listen carefully. There's not enough time to repeat anything. The life of the Dauphin and all my men may depend upon your ability to execute my orders to the letter. Quickly, put this on. You will need it in order to carry out my instructions.
Who would have imagined that one day I would be in league with the Scarlet Pimpernel? I was so sure he wanted the boy for England.
He wants the boy to live. And you are now the only guarantee of that. These orders will release the Dauphin to your custody. Deliver them to Lord Anthony Dewhurst at the island fortress of Mont Saint-Pierre. After that, you have until tomorrow nightfall to get the boy across the border.
But I need more time than that. There are arrangements to be made. The drive is long and hard.
Tomorrow at nightfall, I can offer you no more.
At last, you're talking sense.
One condition, my dear Chauvelin. My wife, her brother, and all my men must be guaranteed safe conduct back to England.
As soon as I have the boy. Where is he?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you that. I must lead you to him personally. My men will only release him in exchange for me.
Agreed.
A little matter of loyalty, you understand.
Of course.
One other matter. A change of linen, perhaps.
He takes you for a fool, Chauvelin.
My dear Fouquet, if it becomes inevitable that I should take a ride in the tumbril, I can assure you I intend to go properly dressed.
He can scheme all he likes. Guard!
Hostages, how noble you are.
You are not the only one to scheme, Sir Percy. You and I will travel together. They will follow in the coach behind. Any trickery, my friend, and they die. All I ask is that you lead me to the boy.
Baron de Batz.
My lord.
Louis! Your Highness, this gentleman is the Baron de Batz. He's going to take you across the northern frontier and from there into Austria.
Your Royal Highness, you have many friends in my country who will help you to reclaim the throne that has been so cruelly denied you. Come.
I wish you both a safe journey. Godspeed.
Citizen.
Take half your men and go on ahead. Signal if all is well.
Yes, citizen. You men, follow me.
Two birds with one stone. The Dauphin and the Scarlet Pimpernel. My seat on the Committee of National Security is assured. Thanks to your primitive sense of noblesse oblige.
Primitive? My dear Chauvelin, I shall take it any day over your new order.
A signal from the fortress, citizen. All's clear.
Thank you, Corporal. You and your men remain here. Make sure that nobody leaves the island without me. If I'm not back within the hour, come in and fetch me.
Yes, citizen.
Onward, driver.
That's just it, sir. The boy, the Scarlet Pimpernel's men, all flown. This man says he may have overheard what was happening.
Well, where have they gone? Speak up. To take the boy across the southern frontier into Spain, and thence to England.
England? Just as I thought. This is your doing. Take the spy into the courtyard and execute him at once.
No!
I have only one last request, Chauvelin.
Yes?
Spare my wife. Allow her to go free.
Oh, she will be free. But only after you are dead. Take him away.
No, please. Let me die with you.
My darling. What I am about to do is for the best. Trust me. This one last time. Without question. I shall be back, my dear Chauvelin. I shall return to haunt you.
Detail, left turn, forward. Detail! Halt! Face front!
fire, damn you, fire.
Captain. Sir. Take these two prisoners back to their coach.
Yes, sir.
They will be returned to Paris, there to be tried and executed for treason.
I'm not afraid to die, Chauvelin. But you gave your word that Marguerite would go free.
But an oath to a scoundrel is meaningless.
Sink me. I couldn't agree more. No, my dear Chauvelin. Never fear. You are not looking upon a ghost. But allow me to introduce your soldiers. Lord Anthony Dewhurst, Sir Andrew Ffoulkes, Lord Timothy Hastings, and the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel. But something tells me that you're wondering what happened to the men that you sent on ahead. Voila. I'm surprised, my dear Chauvelin, that you didn't notice their ill-fitting uniforms. But then fashion never was your forte, was it?
But why this charade, this mock execution?
My dear chap, I never would have dreamt of depriving you of your moment of triumph. Alas, a moment was all I could spare.
My congratulations to you, Sir Percy. As always, everything planned down to the last detail. Only this time, you have overlooked one little thing. There is no way off this island except back over the causeway. And if you care to look out of that window, you will see my men, my own men, standing guard.
Sink me. So they are. But then, if you would care to look out of that window, you would see me yacht, the Daydream, waiting just offshore to take Lady Blakeney, Armand, and my men safely back to England.
My hat is off to you, Sir Percy. You've done it again. Percy!
A gentleman always removes his coat. Stand away. This pleasure is all mine.
Finish it off, man. Or do you lack the courage?
I always like to give a man a sporting chance.
Oh, the English and their stupid sense of fair play.
Exactly so, my dear Chauvelin. Which is why I think in your case, fair play to leave your fate in the hands of Robespierre and his committee. Take him away and strip him. I shall need his styleless garments to persuade the guard at the causeway that I am Citizen Chauvelin, Louis Mem.
You're not going away. I won't let you.
My darling, I must. I promised Armand that I would bring Louise safely back to England.
Not this time. I will pose as Chauvelin and go to Paris in your place. Perhaps in this small way I may atone for my mistakes.
No, neither of you are going. It's too dangerous. Percy, you mustn't let him do it.
Sir, your wardrobe. Aha. I will confess, this is one role that I was loath to play. The honor, my dear Armand, is all yours. Godspeed, my friend.
To Paris, Corporal, as quickly as possible.
Very good, Citizen Chauvelin.
He's safely away, Percy.
Then prepare to board the Daydream. We sail for England.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven or is he in hell? My own elusive Pimpernel.
Sink me, the ladies of poets.